Everybody, thank you for joining me tonight again. I just want to big up everyone, for jumping on the live. Andrea Crawford, big up yourself. Mr. J Progress Entertainment badge. Happy Saturday to you as well. Yeah, man. Adrian Granville, big up yourself. Alan Bailey, big up yourself, no man. Every single time. Sharon Wright, big up yourself. Love and blessing every single time. So I just want to say welcome, guys. People, uno see the thumbnail, uno see the title, so uno not fi ask. Jamaican you, fi big up yourself. You understand? Timondle, big up yourself. Joy Jacobs, big up yourself. Love and blessing, Mr. J Progress Entertainment badge. Queen Claudia, big up yourself. Trish, big up yourself. J.A. Prettiest, big up yourself. Mr. J Progress Entertainment badge. So we know there's a family over here. Nyron Stone, big up yourself. Love and blessing every single time. Shami Shaz, big up yourself, no man. Hazel Gale, big up yourself, no man. Villing Q, big up yourself. Rosie Hendricks Diary, love and blessing, Mr. VIP J Progress Entertainment badge. Jonathan Thomas, big up yourself. Sonny, big up yourself every single time. Right, that's what it say. Karen, big up. Sonia, big up yourself. Yes, my people, man. Make a wait and get the people them join the live. Happy Saturday to each and every one. You understand? Love and love alone and blessing. So, my people, you know, see the thumbnail, you know, see the title. There has been, for me, a shocking development in the case that involves the two young girls, Sharon Witter, big up yourself. Oh, you say me not call you too. Sharon, me call your name, you're not here. You have to go clean out your ear, Sharon, or else you're not going to manage the live. Adrian, big up. Yeah, man, so my people, surprisingly, something happened in the case with the two British girls who were arrested in Jamaica. They were held at the Montego Bay airport. You understand? And to be honest with you people, my view, my opinion, based on what I have assessed in the case, I am strongly convinced that these girls are guilty. That is my opinion after assessing the case. And I have actually gone through a bit of the case with you guys, mainly so Drvgs side of the case plus everything else which I've seen all over the place. Now, I have invited Tyria's mom to the show tonight. If she will accept the invitation, I don't know. But she reached out to me with a message today. And I reached back out to her. And I invited her to the show so that she can explain her side and Tyria's side if she wish to. Obviously, she have seen my videos on TikTok and all these places. I already have my opinion of the case, right? Based on what we have seen. Now, what surprised me is that Tyria's mom manages to secure Portland Eastern Member of Parliament who represents the PNP, People's National Party. This is not just a lawyer we are talking about here. We are talking about a member of parliament for the Portland Eastern. That is not an easy thing to secure. We're talking about ISAT Buchanan, the lawyer who make Vybz Kartel out there right now free a road. The lawyer who bring Vybz Kartel case to the Privy Council in the United Kingdom. The lawyer who make Vybz Kartel a free man today. We are talking about ISAT Buchanan. No dibby liar. No little or come up liar. Is a liar when know what he's doing. But even though he's a liar, he's a member of parliament. He's the MP for Portland Eastern. And this is why I am surprised the interest a member of parliament would have in a case like this. Because usually a member of parliament wouldn't get involved in anything of this nature like a regular case. Normally them depend some big high profile case like what you used to have KD Knight and them man depend. It wouldn't be a regular case like this. So the question begs, how did Tyria's mom manages to secure a lawyer like ISAT Buchanan? Is ISAT Buchanan doing Tyria's mom a favor? Because remember, many of you guys don't know, but ISAT Buchanan was found in the same situation before. So could it be that ISAT Buchanan is doing this on the mom's behalf in a kind of way if he say, listen, I have been there. I have been at the same exact place where your daughter is. So could it be a case of ISAT Buchanan just feel sorry for the girls and say, listen, I know what this is like because I have gone through it. I have gone through it. And this is one of the biggest part of the problem. Hold on, guys. I didn't remember to put my phone and do not disturb. Here we are. So yes, guys, I have definitely gone through it. That's probably what ISAT Buchanan is saying. But for a member of parliament who is in representational politics and is an MP, this would probably be a case that you would look past or get one of your partners to take on, but not you as an MP. Me scratch me head panawania when I saw ISAT Buchanan on the case. Mind you, the girls were already found guilty. No, watch this now. If the girls were already found guilty, right? ISAT Buchanan, the type of lawyer he is, would have never, ever taken on this case unless he can do something with it. ISAT Buchanan never did go take on the case here unless him can do something with it. But normally as a politician, usually you avoid a lot of these kind of civilian matters in other type of way. Yeah. Usually, I can't say that I can remember of a member of parliament, and a lot of them have a law degree and they are law and they were lawyers. I can't say that I have seen a member of parliament lawyer have represented somebody of like who we would say like us regular civilian. Myron Stone say Isaac understand the justice system in Jamaica and he understand the British legal system. He does. ISAT Buchanan is one of the top of the top lawyer in Jamaica. ISAT Buchanan see something. He won't be able, if ISAT Buchanan overturn the guilty verdict in good, but he can get a lesser sentence for the girls because they have already found them guilty. So I think his intention is to get a lesser sentence for the girls. Maybe to drop a few of the charges because they were found guilty on 4 counts. So maybe he can get the judge to drop 1 or 2 of the charges, which would have reduced the girls' prison time. But for him to overturn the guilty verdict, I think that's a rather difficult task for even a man like ISAT Buchanan to do. Because for ISAT Buchanan to do that, he would have to present the court with new evidence, new details, which suggests that the girls had nothing to do with it, and that have to be solid evidence. That have to be solid. But for whatever, this woman, this lady who Tiraya's mom, how did she manage to secure ISAT Buchanan? My biggest guess is ISAT Buchanan offer his help. Maybe him not do it for free, but I think probably ISAT Buchanan reached out to her, or ISAT Buchanan remembered that he was in a similar white powder situation before with same airport setting. So he was done before for things like these. So he understand that maybe you can be framed or this or that. Okay. Now, one of the big questions as well. Somebody said Genevieve does not deserve ISAT Buchanan's service. That begs for the question which people has been asking. Is ISAT Buchanan only representing Tiraya? Will he go into court and speak for both the girls or just Tiraya? Because if ISAT Buchanan is going to go into court and speak only for Tiraya and Tiraya's behalf, yes, they can have the separate lawyers, but what go for one, go for the other. So if Tiraya is going to be free, then Genevieve would be free as well. Unless somebody are going to say something what we never did here before. And it's going to point in the direction of one of them and not both. That is the only way we can see things right now, because Tiraya seems to be in very good spirit. The mom is in very good spirit, like this is it. ISAT Buchanan will beat the case. ISAT Buchanan did say, we will watch and we see what will happen. Boy, oh boy. This one, yeah, tricky bad. But I think one of the biggest questions as well I would like to ask, if these 2 girls say that they were given the contraband by Tony and his cousin, why is it neither Tony or Tony's cousin it has been said that they are in custody? Think about it. If you were wrongly given something to take and you had no knowledge about it, and you say a J Progress gear, why haven't the police gone for J Progress and arrest J Progress so that the girls can be free and then get the boys them to confess, say yes, the girls didn't know anything about it? Why were the girls found guilty, but the boys who the girls claimed gave them the white powder, which they knew nothing about? Why is it that Tony and his cousin not behind bars? Because if you find somebody with something illegal, and even a child, you find a child with a firearm, or a child take a firearm go to school, You're not just going to find the child guilty and lock him up, you know. The first thing you're going to want to find out from the child, where did he get this firearm from? And if the pitney say, after J Progress, the first thing you're going to do is come find J Progress, interrogate him, and possibly lock him up. Tony's cousin supposed to be living in Jamaica. Tony left England and go down. So if Tony's cousin is still living in Jamaica and there was photograph of him, why is he not arrested? Because if they were arrested, Tony and his cousin, and they have said, listen, we tricked the girls into this, they knew nothing about it, it was our fault because we already know how we give them things, right? The girls would have walked free. So is there a reason why Tony and his cousin are not in custody right now? Is there a reason why they were not in custody while the girls were in custody? If the girls claim that they were given all of this £25,000 worth of white powder to carry back to England, it was given to them by Tony and his cousin. Why haven't anything reported that Tony and his cousin has been apprehended? It just not add up. Each time you look, and me rate ISAT Buchanan as a liar, but tell you what, a loophole when probably see, as me tell you now, is to cut down a little bit at the time. But me not think him can bust the girl them off of the case. Me have to see that with them too, yeah. The girls them walk free. I would have to. And in the last part of the last video I do to you guys, there were an area in that reasoning which could suggest that especially Tiraya knew about what was going on. People don't seem to realize that the cousin is the mastermind behind it. Tony's cousin. Tony know what go on, but I'm cousin and the man behind it. And it turns out that according to Genevieve, Tiraya was sleeping with Tony's cousin. According to Genevieve. So if Tony's cousin are the mastermind behind this, and it turned out that they had asked Tiraya before they even asked Genevieve, which would have been Tony's girlfriend, you'd have more likely asked your girlfriend. They would have more likely asked the girlfriend. But no, they asked Tiraya. Could it be because Tiraya was intimate with Tony's cousin? And if that was the case, couldn't it appear as if Tony's cousin getting at Tiraya's head? But even if him getting her head, he still would have had to let you know Wagwan. What did ISAT Buchanan saw? Why he's representing this case? Somebody tell me. What did ISAT Buchanan saw? You know what I want to do? I am going to take at least 3 phone calls. I want at least 3 phone calls, guys. If we try understand what did ISAT Buchanan see in the case here. So guys, hold on guys, let me see if my thing is on. Yeah. So my number is 07 935 658 192. 07 935 658 192. That is my number, guys. My phone is active. What are your thoughts? why ISAT Buchanan take this case. What are your thoughts of the girls walking free? Do you think that one of the girls knew a lot more about what was in their suitcase than the other? Is it a case where one of the girls is innocent and the other is guilty? Guys, I'll be taking 3 phone calls. They won't last long. Because I am here looking and I can't see the connection with ISAT Buchanan and this case, other than he had experienced a similar thing. And could it be a case where he, because of his experience, he offer his service? Karen said, did ISAT Buchanan took the case with those 2 girls? It appears so. It appears so. This is a puzzling one, guys. This is a puzzling one. And the connection between Genevieve and Tiraya mom seems to have erased. It not look like Tiraya mom and Tiraya is on good terms with Genevieve. So is this going to be a case where Tiraya corner is going to be fought properly and she's going to walk free and Genevieve got prison? As a mother, regardless of what differences you and the girls have, I don't think there's a lawyer in Jamaica to beat ISAT Buchanan, really. So, in that regards, ISAT Buchanan would have been representing both the girls. He would have been if he was doing it as a favor or for lesser price or whatever because he had experienced the same thing. Then he would have been helping both the girls. I have seen him in a video with Tiraya and Tiraya mom, but nothing connects with Genevieve. According to Tiraya's mom, the date for the sentencing has been pushed back. So my guess now is it's been pushed back to give ISAT Buchanan time for them hear him argument. Wow. Hold on there. Hold on, people. We always get them 1 and 2 people, yeah. We come a class late. And then they want to answer questions we them not know about. I just get a comment from Olive Branch. You know what Olive Branch said to me? Olive Branch said, so you have changed your tune all of a sudden because the other day you were saying they were both guilty. Olive, next time when you come to class, you catch up on your notes before you start push up your hand and answer question. You hear, Olive? When you come to class late, Find out from the class what happened before you reach in. Before you start push up your hand and make a fool of yourself. Moving on. Yes, my people. Back to what me I say. This thing kind of turn out to me like somebody I go snitch past somebody. This thing kind of turn out to me like the blame I go shift on one person. I hope that is not the case. Unless there were some missing piece where people never did want to talk, but because of how it have gone out through the actual prison time I come here now, people decide say them have to go say what them have to say. But let me tell you something. If it's a case where one a go snitch pan the other, the two of them still a go to prison. Vida say, personally, I don't think ISAC should have got involved in this case. The ladies should face the music and take the experience as a cautionary tale. Personally as well, being a member of parliament in representational politics, representing a political party as an MP, I think ISAT Buchanan should have never taken this position. Yeah, he should have never taken this case. Not from a lawyer's perspective, no, but from a MP, a political representative. Because it can come off a lot of ways, you know, against ISAT Buchanan, you know. Remember when him take Vybz Kartel case, you know. Even though ISAT Buchanan won that case, you know, with Vybz Kartel, you know. You know them did I say when him a run for MP. So it's very, very tricky. I don't know how they were able to get an MP lawyer on this case. I know the mama done GoFundMe and everything. So I don't know if the mama had financial support in the UK and from right across the board on social media. I don't know. But I know ISAT Buchanan is not a cheap liar. Because when he win Vybz Kartel case, he did say his prices would go up. Right? And the last time I remember, the mom was saying the issue she had with money. And if I'm not lying, I remember Drvgs said there had been issues with money where Drvgs' mom had to send Tyraya mom 400 and something pounds to help to pay for her flight to Jamaica. So we can establish that unless she had financial support or unless she had taken out a massive loan or something, she would have been able to pay the services of ISAT Buchanan, unless ISAT Buchanan has reduced his retainer's fee to accommodate her because of his experience as well when it comes on to smuggling and these things, because ISAT Buchanan had been in a similar situation. This one changed the tone of the case. As me said to you already, I strongly believe that the outcome of the guilty verdict will not change, but maybe given the lawyer that ISAT Buchanan is, and I am saying to you, I personally don't think ISAT Buchanan would have gone on the line as an MP, taken such a case, unless he saw a loophole somewhere. And that loophole would have only been able to help him to reduce the sentencing time, but not to overturn the guilty verdict. The spirit when we see the mother and the daughter around ISAT Buchanan, I think ISAT Buchanan tell them, say, he can cut the sentencing time in half. Because based on the 4 counts that they were found guilty for, the minimum amount of time accounting for those 4 offense, then that would have minimum time would have been 6 years in a Jamaica prison. So if ISAT Buchanan get them to drop the bigger charge, or 1 or 2 of the charges them, then you know that will significantly reduce the time in prison. Life is ISAT Buchanan know him a do. ISAT Buchanan know exactly what him a do. Him not take the case unless him see a loophole somewhere. Could it be a case now where they have hold on to Tony and his cousin? Because for them to push back the case, you know, them give them more time, and the mother did say at least now her daughter can get a fair trial. Because it's one thing to say a people forcing it. It's one thing to say you never know nothing about it. It's one thing to say everything to you was a surprise like everything else. Sorry guys, my phone is back on airplane mode because I have passed the calling period already. So if you call, you won't get through because the phone is on airplane mode back again because I've passed the calling period. Guys, we still have to look, you know. 2 young British girls arrive in Jamaica. One of them on the full expense of her boyfriend, Tony. The other was just accompanying a friend. They spent their time in Jamaica at an Airbnb, all 4 of them. Genevieve, Tiraya, Tony, who is Genevieve's boyfriend, and then you have Tony's cousin, who would have been hooking up with Tiraya. All of a sudden, when the girls completed their holiday, which they have said they have had a wonderful time, party, excursion, good food, enjoyment, luxury living, fine. In the initial stages, the mom, Tiraya's mom, lied to Genevieve's mom. Why would a mother, find the need to lie to another mother about an innocent trip? One of my commenters, one of my viewers, them asked that question. Why would the mother lie to another mother about what is considered as an innocent trip? So from the get-go, deceiving when I go on. Even in the time of them before they got caught, weird things happen. Because Tony asked Tiraya, Tony and his cousin asked Tiraya if Tiraya could have bring back stuff to the UK for them, instead of Tony asking his own girlfriend. But then we later discover that Tiraya was in an intimate thing with Tony's cousin, allegedly. That has been said by Genevieve. When man and woman whistle tailpipe and them lay down and a relax, pillar talk, whole heap of getting ahead can go on. But when I look upon it, it kind of very, 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 very difficult for none of them girls and know what go on. And this is why my verdict on the case is guilty. So for that olive branch, you're supposed to be in a class now. My verdict on the case is guilty. That the two girls are guilty. And that not change. That now got change. Because based on what I have examined, based on what I have heard, and all of these things, I think that the girls are guilty. I think so. And then again, I don't know no man where you really want to meet them girlfriend mother and them a go away all the way to Jamaica. Genevieve's boyfriend didn't want to meet the mother, it seems like, and Genevieve never wanted the mother, her mom, to talk to the boy family or even the boy. So from the get-go, some hiding things are going. Until, fast forward, both girls were caught at the airport trying to smuggle white powder through customs to make their way to the United Kingdom. Based on how anything happened, a lot of people would have been caught at the airport and all these things with these kind of things. What makes these two girls so different? That's the question. What attracts ISAT to the case? I would be so surprised if these girls walk free. Me would have probably said the justice system of Jamaica collapse, it now work. Because me sure no say, if somebody give you something illegal and you can go and identify the person, because we did have picture with Tony cousin and we have picture with Tony. Unless Tony cousin run away, and unless Tony run away to come back at England. But tell you what, in cases like these, there would be an order at the port of exit. Entry and exit ports. Departure and arrival ports. So Tony couldn't just fly back in England so when all of them things are going. And police would have him as a person of interest, so they would want to question and ask something. The cousin now. Why hasn't the cousin been arrested? Why? According to Tony, the cousin, according to Tony, you know, and the cousin want the girls them bring the thing them go England, you know, for somebody, you know. Is the cousin. So if I know Tony, know nothing about it, and the cousin don't know about it, who the cousin get the shoes them from exactly? They would have had to identify that person. That is the way all the girls them would have free. So me can't understand. Oh, if they really think that the girls are innocent and they have no knowledge of what happened, how come the girls them no point out the two man them will give them the suitcase? How come the man them in a police custody? Very interesting. You think you just say it's not mine? You think you just say, oh, this is not mine, I don't know nothing about it, or I've never seen it before? I have no knowledge of this, but it was in your case. Okay, it's not yours. How did you get it? It was given to me. By who? Are these not the questions asked by the police in Jamaica? By who? Do you have a photo of the person who gave them to you? Do you know the person who gave them to you? Do you have any possible whereabouts of the person who gave them to you? Can you show us a photo so we can put the photo there that these persons are persons of interest who we need to talk to? So my guess is the girls have nothing at all to give them and the boys. And Tony and his cousin. So therefore, the girls, them have to go suffer the consequences. And that me see come down to. The girls, them, gonna have to suffer the consequences. So, Gloria Ellis said, even if they are guilty, they also need to be represented properly. A public defender can only do so much. It was also clear-cut for the prosecutor. It was an open and shut case from the beginning. Yes, I understand that they needed to. Where you get public defender from? They are the lawyers, not one that was assigned to them by the state. Not legally, nothing like that. They are their lawyers who they had paid. ISAT Buchanan is just a bigger liar. That's all there is. But they had proper qualified lawyer in the case. So the girls were represented properly. They had legal help. They have them lawyer because Genevieve mother get lawyer Jamaica for them pitney. That's how they get bail. It was not legally not like that. Okay, Gloria Ellis said, they did, I wasn't sure. Okay, Gloria. Yeah, they had the lawyers because Genevieve mom secured the lawyer. And this was the same lawyer, according to Genevieve's mom, that they used to get bail for Tiraya as well. Because they said Tiraya didn't have a lawyer. According to them, Tiraya's dad secured a lawyer, but Tiraya's mom didn't want any help from Tiraya's father. I don't know what's going on there. But Tiraya's mom didn't use the lawyer that Tiraya's dad provided because she didn't want Tiraya's dad to help at all. I don't know what is going on there. That was the information from Genevieve. Genevieve lawyer who Genevieve mom secured in Jamaica to fight the case for the girls, he represented both Genevieve and Tiraya. And that is how they got bail. They had the lawyer fighting the case. However, they were still found guilty. So what ISAT Buchanan is there doing now? I am only seeing that whatever loophole he saw is only to reduce the sentencing time for the girls. Maybe him get them 1 year, it better than 6. Maybe him get them 15 months, it better than 3 years. Maybe him get them 8 months, it better than a year. So his benefit could still be vital in reducing the sentencing time. But I don't think he can or will be able to overturn the guilty verdict. That has long passed. Him own good job there is for God, fi go fight, fi go say, fight back what the charges were, because there are 4 counts that they found them guilty on. So the most that ISAT Buchanan can go there and do is go and fight the counts, but there is no way he's going to go there and get the court to drop all 4 charges and the girls walk free. That he would have gone to expose a broken judicial system and show Jamaica say everybody where they are prison innocent. It's only because they were not represented properly. If ISAT Buchanan go there now, go take up that case here and prove it that I get the court to drop all 4 charges on the girls. They had received back their travel documents and they have jetted off, gone back to the United Kingdom. He would have just exposed the Jamaica judicial system as a big dirty garbage. And that 3/4 who they are prison in Jamaica. They are in prison not because they are guilty. They are innocent, but they just weren't represented properly. That's all he would have shown. As an MP, the fact that this case is involving white powder, ISAT Buchanan should have never get involved in that case here. Who agree? I understand. He could have helped the case, but ISAT Buchanan that work with a team. He could have helped the case from a distance, but he should have never put himself on front line in the case as a man who is doing representational politics in Jamaica. As an MP for Portland Eastern, he should have never stamped him face on a case here that is involving illegal substances being smuggled overseas. And make it worse, ISAT Buchanan has found himself already before representational politics in the same smuggling situation. So and this is why I don't know if that's one of the main reasons why he's taking this risk with his political career. And let me tell you what. ISAT Buchanan don't really know the political risk because he's new to representational politics. You would never get a seasoned veteran MP who is a lawyer take on this case for no reason at all. Me not ask you that. Somebody said that is his job. We don't know what. You need to understand, you know. We know he's a lawyer. You think MPs are free work? You think politicians work for free? His profession is a lawyer, but his job is an MP. He don't neglect the duties of a member of parliament and go court every day, go take on 25 cases and focus on him law. He is a member of parliament, a representational man for the People's National Party who cater for Eastern Portland. Everybody say he's doing his work. He's doing his work, but what is his job? What is his job? You know how much money MP get a year? You know, so hold on. When the Prime Minister money raise, from when? You think that Councillor money raise, MP money raise, Prime Minister money raise? His profession is a lawyer. Yes, nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, say, even though you're a lawyer, all right, how would it look for the same lawyer, ISAT Buchanan, in a courtroom, a representation Miller, to get him out of prison? Let me make it look a bit more crystal clear for you. How would it look for a MP, member of parliament, who is a lawyer, even though he's a lawyer and that's his job, in a courthouse, a representation Miller, or was representing black man, or was representing Dagpa? Maybe they could have been arrested, even though we know their reputation, you know. Maybe they could have, what they have been arrested for, maybe they could have been wrongfully arrested at the time. Because remember, you know, a man can be whatever they are, you know, but police still arrest them for the wrong thing. And okay, they are arrested for the wrong thing. And a lawyer knows, say, well, they may be Dan or a era leader, but what you arrest them for, they didn't do it. And this is why I'm fighting their case. I am fighting their case not based on their reputation, but I am fighting their case based on the actual offense where you arrest them for and them in a prison for, which they didn't do. Because you could have said, the man that you say they analyzed yesterday, it wasn't them. Maybe they have analyzed other people in the past, but the one that they are before the court for now, they didn't do it. Are you saying to me, you would see a member of parliament representing a man like Tesha Miller, Black Man, Preke Boy, or any one of them, because being a lawyer is their job? What do you prioritize more? Which reputation do you protect more? Being a member of parliament serving Portland Eastern, or being a lawyer? KD Knight was a lawyer. We have many lawyers who are member of parliament. And even when they are not member of parliament, when they represent certain, you have to understand, you know. You're not supposed to go see a pastor each up in a bar, whether I'm a drink, yes or no. You're not supposed to go see a pastor in a bar, whether he's drinking alcohol, yes or no. You just know what, it's an image. You're just not supposed to be by certain place. No, guys, somebody say he's still allowed. Nobody ever said he's not allowed to practice in profession. We know say him is a liar. He's allowed to take any case when he wants, he's a liar. But what I am saying to you is that when the case involving certain things, you don't get involved in it. And that's why I use the example and say, if it was a Tesha Miller case, a black man, or one of them notorious guys that who we know, whether or not he was a humanitarian lawyer, not because a man is a Dan or a bad man, you know, and not everything where them get care before the court for they actually did, you know. Because police can lock you up or do them just because they know your reputation. So are you saying whether or not a lawyer like ISAT Buchanan was fighting a case for those men because they were wrongfully arrested for a particular offense, you think people would look at him the same way? Somebody said those girls' case is a simple case for even more reason. why any one of his partner could have taken on the case with his guidance. You can always help somebody, but you can help behind the scenes. And just like, when you become a public figure, when there's a celebrity and a public figure, you can't tap a roadside and piss again, You can't say you want shit and run go bush again with piece of newspaper, Somebody you go video you and post it on the internet later because you're a celebrity. When you're a celebrity, you can't do it with any woman, Because a woman go in your bed and when you're asleep, he video you. And he might post that anytime and him fall out, he might post that. But when you're a regular person and you want piece and you tap up your car do a piece, nobody no see you. So you got to know what you represent and you got to know who you are. And you got to remember that the public figure side of things, you can have a negative public backlash for certain things. It's that simple, That is my opinion at least. That is my opinion. That's just my opinion. You have to know where you represent. No matter who you be, you have to know where you represent. The public view you different. You have to have a public image same way as a member of parliament. And know any and everything you can inner. You refrain from certain things were involved in certain things. Right now, if ISAT Buchanan was an MP before him take Vybz Kartel case, I don't think ISAT Buchanan would have taken it. Me wrong or me right? If ISAT Buchanan was an MP before Vybz Kartel got released, ISAT Buchanan probably would have never taken Vybz Kartel case. He probably would have never taken Vybz Kartel case. Me not saying, I am not saying, he's not within his right as a lawyer to take on a case like this. But a case like this which involves smuggling of narcotics from the country which you represent as an MP to another country. For an MP to be representing the accused, it look one type of way, probably for me, it look a type of way. He could have rendered his assistance and do a referral then and have somebody who him know can do the work and him guide them in the case. Because you don't have it up in a court, you can guide them in the case. But he haven't actually said, oh, I'm me, I represent them. But based on the video, which was released by the mom, that's what we are looking at. And another thing again, if ISAT Buchanan is a humanitarian lawyer who help people then, human rights, this and that, why me not see nothing about Genevieve? Is it a case where Genevieve mom decline and say him no want Tiraya and Genevieve have the same lawyer? Because by now, if Genevieve mom was doing her research, she would have know say ISAT Buchanan is no dibby liar in a Jamaica. A top of the top liar. Him boss one of the biggest cases in a Jamaica. So a top of the top liar. So if you go search Jamaica for some of the best liar, ISAT Buchanan name go come on top. He may not have all the top cases where him boss, but him boss one of the biggest cases where many people thought was impossible. Vybz Kartel. So we know say ISAT Buchanan know him work. We are not questioning his ability as a lawyer, because we know him a top of the top lawyer. And him not take on the case here or even get involved in this unless he had seen a loophole. Him know what he going to do already. But how does it look from a MP perspective? What you don't remember, you know? Remember that the justice system in Jamaica already found the girls guilty. It's not a trial going on. The girls are waiting to be sentenced to prison. The courts has already found the girls guilty. It is a tricky ball game. I am looking to see the mother. I am looking to see the mother of the girls say something about the case and give a full update. So guys, we are going there and we are going to stay tuned and wait for all the development them on the case, and we are going to bring them forward to UNO. Like I say, we just have to wait and get with this day. Because remember, you know, the girls are meant to be sentenced this month. But the date has been pushed back because ISAT Buchanan get involved. Could it be a case where there could be a new hearing? Huh. Very interesting. But guys, you know, keep your ears on the eye peel. Any further development in the case, I will be here and bring it to you guys. I have been bringing the update to you guys on this case. And if the mother reach out back to me, because the mother reach out to me today, Tiraya's mom reach out today, after I have posted a video on TikTok, I messaged her and I invited her to the live. I just take off the airplane mode. I don't see a missed call from her or anything like that. So, let's see if she'll get back to me, because I will invite her again. Because remember, you know, we hear Genevieve do most of the talking, but we don't hear Tiraya do most of the no real talking. We more hear the mother. And I have some very, very serious questions that I would love to ask the mom. And Tiraya as well. So it would be so great if they would take the invitation and come on my program and can speak to the audience and make we understand it from their perspective as well. We have understood it already from Genevieve's perspective, and I would like to understand it as well from Tiraya or Tiraya's mom perspective. Mother want to see that. Because in our world, silence means consent. Genevieve has came forward and say as much, but Tiraya has been keeping silent, and her mom is the one who have said the most. So guys, we are going to wait and see and watch how this play out. But we no mark my words here today. My money I bet say the only thing ISAT Buchanan can do is reduce the sentencing time. But he cannot overturn the decision of guilty. He may be a bad liar, but not so bad. He can't overturn the verdict of guilty. But he probably can reduce the time or get one or two of the charges dropped against the girls. 4 charges, he may be able to get 1 or 2 of them dropped, which would significantly reduce the sentencing time. So guys, until then, we are going to watch and see what go on. Guys, remember to hype up the video. We're on the road to 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Remember to support the videos, them guys. Support the channel, share the channel, and keep your eyes and your ears in tune. Because guess what? We are going to bring forward the update on this case. Boy, oh boy. And remember, we already looked through this and I have already made my stance on this case already. So I am literally just watching to see how it plays out. But this now, we see ISAT Buchanan, Tiraya's mom, Tiraya, Kotos, laughing and smiling. And so if you watch and see, that was a very shocking one for me. So make we really and truly watch and see. Everybody, big up on yourself. Remember good. A 1J Progress Entertainment, me people. You not fi ask nobody nothing. And nobody not fi tell you nothing. And just 1J Progress Entertainment. Me people, thanks again for joining the live, guys. I appreciate everyone who have taken the time out to come on the live today. Guys, like I say, I'll keep you guys updated. Because you know, say me always I bring the story them for. Oh no! If I know over J Progress Entertainment, you know, EA, me I take the rest of the story there as fake. Because you know, have to eat yes so. And me I keep you updated. Alright? So my people, big up on yourself again. Love and love alone. Peace out, my people.